Hello guys and welcome to the channel, it's Irad. In this video we are going to check out Elite Dangerous's brand new ship, and you are going to be surprised to see that it doesn't look like an Elite Dangerous ship, so let's check it out.
The small matter of the Mandalay, right?
Something else happening. Yeah,
It's called the Mandalay, yeah.
As we announced on, was it the last show?
It was. We said we were going to try and get some footage, but boy, did the team deliver, right?
Yes, as always.
Yeah, I think that we had some concept art of the Mandalay, or maybe it was like in gray box footage. This ship is getting ready. It's coming up very soon, guys. They gave us the release date. It's coming a little bit earlier this month, in about 3 weeks' time. So let's see here. Let's see how it looks like in game.
Especially delivered. So when producer Adam is ready, I guess while we talk about the Mandalay in a bit more detail, should we have a look at it in action?
Yes, let's go.
As always, chat, this is work in progress. Not everything is final. Textures aren't final, etc. But you can see the Mandalay in the game.
Oh my gosh. There is not a ship in Elite Dangerous that looks like this. This is great. That is a great new direction for Elite Dangerous. But it's also kind of doesn't look like Elite Dangerous, right? Really feels something new and fresh. Almost feels like a Star Atlas ship. Oh, people are gonna hate me for saying that. I was gonna say Star Citizen, but it doesn't have the quality of Star Citizen, but more like a Star Atlas ship. That's what it makes me think of.
Beautiful ship.
She is. I think you just mentioned it there. I mean, what you're seeing in the video now, textures aren't final on it. We do have some other shots that, even though they're not finished, are a little bit closer. So have a look through as we talk through this.
Oh wow! Look at that. It even has thrusters that move like this. You know, that's like a VTOL thrusters. I don't think Elite Dangerous ships have that. That's quite a new feature.
I think we might loop this video a couple of times.
Yeah, we'll just keep it on in the background. I mean, chat, make sure you pay special attention to a couple of things. So obviously the thrusters at the back when we're taking off.
Yes, that's what they were saying.
And then the cockpit.
Cockpit's
keep an eye on the cockpit. We've had a few questions about the cockpit.
Wow, I love this big canopy like this. It's going to be providing so much great visibility. This is awesome.
Cockpit, since we revealed it, and I think you're going to get some pretty cool look at something right here.
Yeah.
Let's talk about stuff.
Yeah, so stuff, but keep an eye. Listen, but keep
that is great visibility.
Yeah.
So right, okay. So Zach, first question, I guess.
Can we see the thrusters move? Yes.
Yeah. So as we said on the last show.
Oh, there's visibility down there below. This is something they took straight from Star Citizen, right? You're flying ships like the MSR, for example, in Star Citizen, you've got that. And that's so practical because you get to see if you are properly landing, right? You get to see what's under you, if there's like a rock that's going to bother you, or if you are properly on the right markings when you want to be landing on the station. That's good. That is a great feature.
The Mandalay is very much an exploration ship.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the reason we decided to make that ship was basically one part was we'd already done, combat and trade.
Yeah, they've got a lot of those, right? And it's something that's a little bit more on the long-range side, right? Something to compete with the Asp Explorer would be nice.
We wanted to give, the exploration players something in the new wave. And we also, we felt that a lot of commanders kind of would end up using the Anaconda to get maximum
the Explorer
jump range.
Conda.
Yeah, I mean, it's very tempting. I haven't done that. I still use an Asp for exploring, but it's true that I wish that it could have a little bit more range. So if there's like a better ship that does this, then that's a win, right? Plus, this really looks like the next generation Elite Dangerous ship. This is looking great. I think it's going to be small enough to go on medium pass as well. I really wonder what the cargo capacity is going to be as well.
Even if they wanted to use a smaller, more nimble ship, they kind of just felt some commanders felt that they had to use the Anaconda just for that maximum efficiency. So the idea here with the Mandalay is that it's the best of both worlds, right? So when you're maximizing your jump range, it will beat the Anaconda, and at the same time, it'll be nimble to fly. So.
Right, so maybe this is the end for the Explorer Conda. Who knows?
Which the Explorer, the Anaconda is not supposed to be an Explorer anyway, so it's a good thing, right? They want to make something that's more efficient, that's really dedicated to this kind of flying. Plus, at the same time, it says that it's much more nimble, so you're probably going to be enjoying doing some low flying or surface exploration at the same time.
I don't know if we can ever say it's the end for the Explorer Conda.
Yeah, the Explorer Space Sausage. So where does this sit amongst the other exploration options?
Sure. So you'll find that the Mandalay will, as I said, if it beats the Anaconda, it's going to beat all the other ships in jump range.
Nice.
You can expect it to be as nimble, if not a bit more nimble.
Now, the question with Elite Dangerous, it's going to beat all the other ship at jump range. Is that going to be before engineering or after engineering? I know a lot of people don't like the whole engineering process. I also don't like it very much. So that's also something I'd like to know. It's great if engineering can help, right? But it's also great if the ship is already the best without the need for being engineered.
And the Diamondback Explorer, which is a big win. And
Whoa. This is going to be as nimble as the Diamondback Explorer? I mean, that's already quite a nimble little ship. That's actually great.
it also, another big win, it also has a size 6 internal, which means that the fuel scoop and performance will match the Asp Explorer.
Okay.
Nice.
So I think it's very much, I think that'll be a big deal for chat, but it is very much the next generation of exploration ship.
Yeah, that's
I mean, we need next generation ships, right? Those ships in Elite Dangerous, they feel so old, so outdated, right? Because they were based off the designs of the ships from the 1980s, right? This is really something that's brand new. There's no other ship that looks like this in the game.
Pushing it above the
Maybe
Asp
the Mamba a little bit.
I spent loads of time in the Asp. I think I've said it's the ship I spent the second most amount of time in is the Asp Explorer, and this would move me away from that. Also, this does look nice in the Asp Explorer. So how does it fit on a medium pad is a question we get asked.
Of course it does, right?
How does it fit on a medium pad?
Yeah, we had a lot of commanders sort of trying to, play around with Photoshop and scale things around, and to be honest, chat, you got the scale wrong. So
it looks like it's, I mean, this is probably a medium pad already. It looks like it's barely fitting, but it looks like it should, right? So we should be able to get on some of the smaller outposts of the game.
It does fit on a medium pad.
Yes!
It's pretty close. The wings are pretty close to the edge, but it does indeed fit on a medium pad. So don't worry, guys.
Yeah, and so obviously this is one of the new ships. So SCOs with this, how does this help with exploration?
Yeah, I mean, it's, to some extent it's obvious, but the Mandalay of the newer ships is going to be actually the slowest in SCO.
Okay.
But it has the best fuel economy of the sort of
makes sense, right?
ships.
You're going further, right? So.
Yeah.
Wait a second. What newer ships are they talking about? Are they talking about the Type 10? But the Type 10 has already been released, right? Which other newer ship? There's also the Python Mark II, perhaps. So it's slower than the Python Mark II.
So you'll be able to go further. It's also going to be the smoothest ride yet of the new 3 ships under SCO, which is great. Obviously, explorers, like you said, care about the fuel a lot. So it means that they can be kind of less worried when they're out running about, and obviously with the big fuel scoop as well, even less of an issue. So, it's really going to be ideal for those commanders that want to, maybe you've landed in a system and there's an Earth-like and it's really far away, right? That can happen.
Yeah.
But you're going to have the Mandalay will get you there pretty quick still.
Cool. And I think we've got some images as well of the Mandalay to flick through. I think if producer Adam can put some of those. I'm not sure if these are the ones with the.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, right. So these are the old pictures that we saw before, right?
You can sort of see the difference as we flick through this. And again,
so this is almost finished.
Straight away to the ship. I mean, it already looks beautiful, but again, it's just that iteration that the team do. Whilst they're flicking through those,
okay, yeah. So these were the pictures that were missing. Okay, this looks great. This looks great.
What we use this ship for potentially?
Yeah. So
cargo.
It's definitely not a combat
said this
ship.
last time.
It looks like a great combat ship, but it's not a combat ship. That's a shame.
Someone still killed a Hydra in a Type 8.
Yes, I know. But it is fun to give it a try. I mean, purely thanks to its maneuverability.
But yeah, right. It's supposed to be a maneuverable ship, so it should do well in combat, I suppose.
I've seen people in the chat saying it is a combat ship. Look, I'm going to say it's not a combat ship, but give it a try.
You do you, babes. If you want to go out there and fight in that thing, up to you. But I mean, there will be players that go out, they'll take down a Hydra in this thing.
I mean, I suppose that if there's like a small squadron of Mandalays, people are going to fly, 3 of those together, it should be fine.
It will happen. If you're going to do it, how would you approach combat in this? Apart from running away, because that's what I would do. How would you approach combat in this ship?
I mean, speaking of running away, right? It's a fast ship. So in a lot of cases, if you do want to run away, you should be able to outspeed your opponent.
Nice.
Or outmaneuver them long enough to charge your FSD, right? So that's one thing. If you do want to engage, though, like I said, make sure to take advantage of that maneuverability, which is especially good on the.
You're gonna have to make use of the 6 degrees of freedom, right? Something that we cannot do so much in Star Citizen with Master Mode, by the way.
I believe the yaw in particular is good for this, especially as a medium ship. It's got great yaw.
Okay, but I mean, if we're talking about fighting, how many hard points does the ship have?
Here we go. So it's numbers time, chat. So the ship has 4 medium and 2 small hard points.
So 4 medium, 2 small. Well, you're not gonna be doing that much with 2 small, but with 4 medium, that's okay. I mean, it's not. It's obviously not going to be like a fer de lance, right? But still, it's quite decent, especially if you are like in the battle or in a group with other bounty hunters.
There are 2 on the aft section in the center, 2 under the wings close to the body, and the other 2 are either side of the cockpit, just set back slightly. Reason we basically know that explorers are sometimes a bit worried. Maybe they've been out, exploring for a long time. They come back to the bubble. We wanted to make sure they didn't feel completely outmatched, with whatever they come up against. If there's some nefarious people out there.
Especially, there are some nefarious people out there, right? Imagine you go outside, you go exploring, you spend a couple of months exploring, you go back to the bubble and someone kills you, right? That's so infuriating. So yeah, it's good that it's got a little bit of defensive capabilities.
And I guess, so what are the other optional internals you might have on the ship?
Okay, more numbers. So it has 3 size 1s, 1 size 2, 2 size 3s, 2 size 4s, 1 size 5, and 1 size 6.
I would imagine that the 1 size 5 would be a decent cargo module.
So that means basically that you can have multiple SRV bays. There's room for a large fuel scoop and the Guardian FSD booster, as well as basically anything else that you want to take out exploring.
God, I think chat is still challenging that it's not a combat ship. I'm like, okay, all right,
everything's
fair
a combat
enough.
ship. We try, but
You try, yeah. Can we kill it? Is always the first question. You
Yeah.
probably can put a big gun on it, or a medium. Is there room for SRV and fighters? I think we've covered this off, right? But-
So yes, SRV, no fighter.
So there's no room for a fighter bay just purely because the ship's too small. But you can definitely fit a number of SRVs in there. I think you can have up to 3. And then the core internals as well. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So everything.
Sorry, I skipped a question.
That's all right,
I
don't worry
skipped.
about it. We're professionals.
You are.
Come on,
So
just stick to the
everything is
point.
a size 5, except for the life support, which is a size 4. So it's quite similar to the Asp Explorer inside the Mandalay, except the power distributor is 1 size larger. So that
Nice,
means if you're one
okay.
of those commanders like me that likes to boost around a lot, that's going to be beneficial to you.
Cool.
Okay, yeah. So that's something that it's a nice competitor to the Asp Explorer. That's nice. That's a great design. This is definitely the kind of ship that Elite Dangerous needed, in my opinion.
How many people can fit in this ship? How many crew?
Yeah, so it'll be a 2-seater, so that means that me and you could go out exploring in the Mandalay if you like.
Yeah.
Bring a friend.
Sounds like a romantic date.
That'd be lovely.
We can do that.
Sadly, there are still no ship interiors, right? So we're gonna be stuck to the cockpit.
And then obviously, can you see the ground from the cockpit of the ship? I think we've probably shown that in the video, right? That was the
Yeah.
thing that I really liked about it, was the glass at the bottom of the cockpit, right?
Yeah, I think on
Yes.
the initial reveal, we had a lot of people talking about how, maybe, because we said, it uses elements of the Mamba cockpit, right? And so people, rightly called out and said, maybe that's going to be difficult for us to land.
Oh yeah, we can see the glass here, right under there. That's really cool.
Not an issue now because there's a nice sort of glass.
So it's got that
viewport
small
for you.
footprint, right? The way the landing gear comes down, it's quite a small footprint. So it's interesting, but you can see quite clearly where it is. You're popping your
Yeah,
feet down.
that is great design. I love that we get to see more ships like that. We saw that in Star Citizen. We're starting to see that in Elite Dangerous. That's great.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. then.
And then we have some concepts. I think these are concept shots. I think some of the ship kits that will be launching with it, right? So you can have a quick look. Have we done this before? I'm not sure we have actually.
We showed some paint jobs for the Taipei. I can't remember if we showed ship kits or not before they were released, but if producer can get them up, let's have a look.
All right, let's have a look
There we
here.
go.
These are
That's
some
one of them.
concepts, chat. For
Nice.
Some of the ship kits that may or may not become available.
Oh,
Yeah.
they have some
For
kits as
the
well,
Mando,
right? So
so-
the ship can
Oh,
look a
that's the
little
one
bit
I like.
different.
That's the one I like.
It's cool, right?
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's nice. So we're going to flip between them. So I guess the questions on everyone's lips is when will you be able to get hold of,
Yeah, so that's going to
The
be
Mandalay.
October 22,
Yeah.
and
right?
when is Powerplay 2.0 coming to Elite Dangerous?
Okay, so the Mandalay, along with PowerPlay 2.0, will become available on October the 22nd.
There you
with
go.
Elite Dangerous Ascendancy,
Oh, so that's what it's going to be called. Wow, it has a name.
which is our
Ooh.
update. So as we said in the past, no more numbered updates.
Oh,
this
so
is
that's because they
just
used to
Elite
number it and now they
Dangerous
give the names.
Ascendancy,
Okay.
And that'll be here on 22nd of October 2024.
Okay, that's cool. And I got new power play as well. I might give it a shot. I mean, Elite Dangerous is still installed on my computer. Maybe I'll give it a shot. Maybe I'll give it a try, see how this ship flies, and maybe try out the new Power Play 2.0. Maybe I'll like it, right? Let me know in the comment section down below if this is something that you'd like to see. I have been Iran. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.